Don't make fun of the furry community. If they can afford a $2,000 fursuit, they can afford a $10 pipe bomb in my mailbox.
Count those freaks, we're completely outnumbered. What a terrible world. And it all gets more peculiar every single day. We can't sleep, something's fine.
Okay, so, today is the day I died. I would like to preface this by saying I have nothing against furries. A lot of my friends are furries. I'm just not one. I make fun of them, but I also have a weird kind of respect for them. Their fursuits are genuinely well made, most of the time. Their art can be really good, unless... And they're just genuine people with a hobby that has, let's say, interesting characters associated with it. Recently, however, my Instagram has decided to just drop furry shit on my feed. The first few times it was whatever, but now the quantity of it is getting stupid, so fuck it. I would like y'all to join me as I take a headfirst dive into this community. Before I can do that though, I have to make sure I'm presentable for this community. So say hi to Kesky. The artist wanted to stay anonymous, but I would like to formally apologize to them because they broke their own moral code of never drawing furry shit. Thank you. Hopefully, you will never see this guy again after I'm done with this video. So without further ado, let's go through my 13th reason. I need a good jumping off point to dive into this community, but I legit had no idea where to start. So I asked some friends of mine for some videos or some forums to start off with. I was given a few videos, but the one that caught my eye the most was actually not a video. It was an award-winning feature-length documentary called The Fandom. Now, I watched this in its entirety, and unironically, this is a very good documentary. It goes through the entire history of the community. It genuinely gave me a new perspective on furries as a whole. As someone who doesn't know jack shit about the community, it helped as a good diving off point. I'll leave the documentary in the description. It's a good watch for anyone that doesn't mind anthropomorphic animals, which, if you've already made it this far looking at him, then you obviously don't mind. Go put aside an hour of your time and go watch it. Now that I have a good grasp on the community on a basic level, let's jump into what I'm going to call the deep end. This isn't the deep end, trust me, but I'm gonna call it that. I ended up finding a life jacket loving dragon wolf called Beta Eta Delota. Got that name first fucking try, holy shit. He has a series of videos called Furry Fandom Species, covering different species within the fandom because, and strap in for this one, there are tons of lore and exclusive species within the community. Probably the most recognizable are the Primogen, or the Protogen if you don't have $1,000 in your pocket, I'll get to that, which are those admittedly really cool looking furries with the LCD screens for heads, making them look like Joy from Payday 2. Now I have to fill y'all in on Protogen and Primogen history because holy fuck, I wasn't ready for this. So let's say it's 2015 and you want to make a Primogen persona. You have such a cool design in your head, you are ready to go, you hire an artist, and then that artist tells you, I can't draw this for you. Because apparently, Malice Risu, the creator of this, made it an exclusive or closed species. This means that the entire species is owned and copyrighted by Malice Risu. So, if you want to create a Primogen, you will have to buy the right to one. This was an NFT back in 2015. That's crazy. They've been doing this for years now, and only now are we complaining about NFTs existing. Furries are ahead of their time, honestly. Anyway, this was annoying to most furries because, look at them, they look pretty cool, and people wanted to make characters out of them. So, in 2016, Malice Risu came up with a compromise. He made a new open species called the Protogen. They are similar in design to the Primogen, but with some key distinctions, both within the lore and within their designs. Now, there is so much I wish I can get into, but while I was researching this, I realized that I do not have the time or energy to be talking about this shit. Furries as a whole is way past the scope I was planning for this video. You're just going to have to trust me when I say I went deep into this. I didn't even get to touch the edge. I couldn't even get into the $40,000 persona or the really interesting process of making a fursuit, or the extremely expansive lore behind the Villos universe. But I'm not going to get into any of that today because I don't have time. So I think I'm done. And so are you, Kesky. Fine, you can stay. Honestly, I didn't think much about this video or Kesky when I first started making this. This video was going to be a dive into a people I didn't know much about, and Kesky was going to be a one-off joke I would delete once I'm done. But I can't lie, having him here is honestly really fun to me. It all kind of grew on me the more time I spent doing this. I think I see how it feels for them now. For whatever reason, having Kesky in this video felt liberating. He just made it more fun to make this, and I was more comfortable during the editing process. That's probably what furries feel when they put on their fursuits or talk as their persona in chat rooms. Liberating. I don't think I could speak for all furries, but I think most of them can agree with what I just said, at least to an extent. So that being said, you're not dying today, Kesky. At least not yet. I still don't think I'm a furry, despite him not having a bullet in his head. But I guess you can say I have a persona now, so if that makes me a furry, then I don't mind the title. So yeah, that was my month. That doesn't have the right ring to it. This took longer than I expected, and I am exhausted, but this was honestly really fun to make. I did not expect this video to end up how it did, but it works, I guess. I'm trying to do something new for each video that I make, just so I don't get bored personally. This format in general is just getting a little exhausting to me, though. I might try something new for the next video. Either that, or I'm gonna fall down another rabbit hole. We'll just see once we get there. Alright, bye.